Man, it's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Pink Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I just got off Fortnite talking to my friend Stunner, and we were debating about this whole Kanye debacle. Now, if you watch the live streams, you know who Stun is. Stun is a pretty big Kanye fan, and he loves Kanye. He's going to stand for Kanye whatever he does. And basically, he was pro Kanye, and I was kind of on the side of not Kanye. Now, I want to talk about why I think that Kanye rhetoric is very incorrect and dangerous, and why it sounds very uneducated. I was done talking about Kanye, but something told me I need to make this video. So I feel like Kanye is, I want to kind of touch on basically, or I want to focus on the slavery comment. Now, if you haven't seen it, he went on TMZ and said that 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice to me. Basically saying that slavery is a choice when you are not born into it, but when you are in it. When you're grown enough to realize you're enslaved, you should be able to have the, brain capacity to get out enslavement. Now, people were basically saying that he was talking about mental slavery or today's slavery. But I want to tell you why I think that he may have been talking about that, but was also including American slavery. Because he went on Twitter and said that if this was 1820, I would have been like Nat Turner, meaning that he would have revolted. So if you link those two things back together, him saying that slavery is a choice, I would have been like Nat Turner. He is saying that those people that were not Nat Turner and didn't do revolts, you niggas chose to be slaves when you could have been something else. Now, I wanted to say that that is not an opinion. That is just a false narrative that he is painting that is making certain people proud, which we're going to get into later in the video. Now, when you say dumb, ignorant things like that, just call it how it is. He sounds uneducated. Now, Stunner educated me on this. Kanye said that he does not read books. He's not really like a observer of documentaries on stuff like this. He's just getting into it. So when you're talking about things that you don't know about, just in general, you shouldn't talk about it. If you are going to talk about it, let it be known that you really don't have a lot of information on it. And when you do talk about it, tread very lightly. When you start making these big, huge statements, it's ridiculous. Now, why I say this is a false narrative, people in slavery, they were not, let's say, they were not the most bright people. These people had literally childlike minds because they didn't, when you don't get the education that you should as a human, your brain doesn't evolve all the way, So these people literally had no education. They couldn't write, they couldn't read. They didn't have a lot of brain capacity to do things that were like just critical thinking, just crazy thinking. You know what I'm saying? They spoke very bad English. Well, not bad English, but very country English because they were taught English by other poor white people. So when you say that, oh, they were chosen to be slaves, these people were, like I said, not the smartest people. And it's not like you could just say, hey, I'm deuces, I'm finna go out and, have the goddamn good day. You have to have some type of brain capacity to escape somewhere. And escape somewhere like a plantation where these owners, they know the whole field, bro. Because when you ain't never left the parameters of the plantation, you don't know what's out there. You freestyling. They know that whole area. So you got to have something mapped out. You got to have all that just very detailed, strategic. Now, somebody like Nat Turner was an educated black slave, which is very rare. He was a pastor. He traveled around the parameters of different cities. He went to go preach to different slaves. He was familiar with different territories. He literally was a smart slave, which was not something that was usual. So to say somebody chose that when you were brainwashed. Now, brainwashing, that could be talked about in today's society, the way he tried to bring up slavery in today's society. Zombies in Haiti. Now, zombies in Haiti, they're not literally like, like brain walking, just dead zombies or whatever. They are a little bit brain dead because sometimes they're given poisons, sometimes they're injected with things, which literally shuts off half of their brain, but enough of their brain to be zombies, or what they call them in Haiti. So basically, they're slaves. Basically, they're brainwashed. Whatever the people that own them tell them to do, they do it because they are brainwashed. They are damn near brain dead, but they have enough brain capacity to do certain stuff. And that's what it was like in slavery. It wasn't as bad, like they would walk around brain dead. But when you are brainwashed into thinking that you are a slave and you are nothing more than a slave, why would you want to how can I say this? Why would you want to just break that, basically? Why would you think that you're more than that if you were told by your mom, the people that raised you, your slave master, you nothing but a nigga. That's all you will ever be. What thinks that you would have the brain capacity to be like, hey, I could be this great. So to say that this is some type of choice that you make when you get older, it's not, because these people didn't have the education that Kanye did in public schools. He didn't have a mom in his life that was a freaking, what is he, professor or something like that. His dad was like a Black Panther. Like, you telling me that you would have done this in 1920, but that's or 1820, but that's crazy, because you weren't around then. You don't have the mind of a slave. You have the mind of somebody who was privileged enough to be born in a society where they are not a slave. And that's just crazy to me that you can come out your mouth and just say that. It's ridiculous to me that he thought that was okay to say. That's like me being like, hey man, that girl that got raped, nigga, if I was, I would beat the rapist up. Like, you're not in that situation. It's like one of my favorite quotes of all time. Everybody say they gangster until you in a gangster situation. Yeah, you saying that, but you're not in that situation. So just how dare you speak upon that? Like, if a slave will come back to life and hear him say that, they would be disgusted. To just speak about something so impactful, so sensitive, so generally, like just so casual, like, hey nigga, you did it was a choice and this and that or whatever. And you could do this mental gymnastics and say he wasn't talking about slavery and say that he clarified it. But when he tweets that if it was 1820 I would have been Nat Turner, that shows me that he also believes, even if he wasn't even trying to say that in the TMZ video, he also believes those people that were enslaved in American slavery, they had the choice to be slaves. Like, nigga, they were captured in dungeons. Like it's not that simple just to escape slavery, Like, these people that escaped it had a little bit of intelligence, and that was not prevalent amongst a lot of slaves. So a lot of people that are agreeing with him, which I said I was going to get into later in the video, are either big Kanye fans, white people like Donald Trump supporters, or foreigners. Notice I didn't say any black people, probably outside of the Kanye fans, but you kind of delusional in your stance, so we just cut that out. Let's just say Donald Trump supporters, white people, not saying all white people are Donald Trump supporters, but you get what I'm trying to say, and foreigners. No black people. So when you're talking about black issues and you don't have black people agreeing with you, that doesn't sound too good. That's like me being a gay man and being like, hey, whatever, and then no gay people agreeing with me, they're actually bashing me, but the niggas that's not gay, the niggas on the other side, they like, yeah, keep going. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're literally feeding them. The same way some people said Donald Trump got in office and empowered people to be more bold and more racist, Kanye West they like, oh, even a nigga agrees with us, So like he's giving them more power and more, just courage to go out. So it's just bad, and I could tell that he's uneducated on it. So shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You literally said yourself that you don't read or anything about stuff like this. So you shouldn't talk about it. You should shut your mouth and, wait, what The Rock say? Shut your mouth and know your role. Go read some books, come back and talk about it later. But to come out here and be uneducated and just spread this, and then try to say that, oh, I'm free thinking, but you're going to bash me. Of course we're going to bash you when you are objectively spreading false narratives. Like, literally, it's not a choice to be a slave when you are brainwashed, when you're uneducated, when you have fear in your heart, bro, your mind is different, bro. And especially when you're uneducated, when you don't know how to deal with these things the way we know how to deal with these things. It's new, bro. Black people are still learning how to deal with certain things. When it was just the beginning of times of black people being shipped over, you thought they know how to deal with things that they never had to experience otherwhere. I mean, in Africa, like it's just like it's different, bro. Like, you're being captured by a white man, somebody that you've never seen before. You see the white man get off the ship of Africa to pick you up. You think he a god or something. You never seen white people before. It's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, man. The people that are aligning themselves with Kanye are not black people, but he's also speaking on black issues. Are we the ones that are asleep? Are the black people the ones? Are the white people? Do white people know what's best for us, bro? Do we need to be enslaved again, bro? That's what it's basically saying. Because the white man, they know what's best for us. Because they're the only ones aligning themselves with Kanye. Of course, you got a couple of black people here and there. But mostly you see conservatives and Republicans and alt-rights and all these white people and foreigners fucking align themselves with them. So, I don't know, man. It's just weird to me. I don't want to talk about that. I'm really tired. It's almost freaking 5 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. You guys tell me what you think. I just think that it's dangerous to spread that false narrative. I could talk about the him wearing the MAGA hat and all this crazy stuff, but it's too late. I'm tired. I just wanted to spread the knowledge I think I have about this, because I feel like I'm more knowledgeable on these situations than he is, which is crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Lastly, I just want to say, when you have that platform that he has, that's what makes it even more dangerous. Me, I slip up and say something. Of course, it also could freaking get somebody that's almost as uneducated as me on the topic to be like, oh, Eric seems to know what he's talking about. I'm gonna go with that. Of course, that's bad, but he literally has the biggest platform of them all right now, and the people that is as uneducated as him, that's listening to him, thinking that he's speaking things that are right. It's just dangerous, bro. And the fact that they're looking to him like, oh man, he makes a good point, or I'm going to try to make him make a good point because I love him so much. So yeah, it's just dangerous, man. He needs to just shut up or educate himself and come back again. So I don't know, man. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate. Players gonna play. I let your boy in there, man.